When Asuma returns to Shibuya's Mage High School, everyone expects the same bullied loser. Then Tenuji Kiryu and his gang rush him, and Asuma snaps. He drops the thugs with simple moves, and when Kiryu fires a banned Hellfire Cannon, the whole class screams. But Asuma doesn't even flinch. With one spell, Particle Veil, he tears the attack apart like it's nothing. Seconds later, Kiryu and his crew lie unconscious on the floor. They never stood a chance. Asuma is a legendary archmage reborn 3,000 years later in a student's body. In the magical kingdom of Grangaya, a legendary Grand Archmage rose to fame as the hero who led humanity to victory in a brutal otherworldly war. His unmatched mastery of magic and leadership saved countless lives and restored peace across the land, earning him respect, admiration, and eternal gratitude, or so he believed. During a grand celebration held in his honor, the king suddenly announced a shocking decree. The very hero who saved the world was to be banished. Although the king acknowledged his achievements, he claimed that the Archmage's overwhelming power was far too frightening to keep around now that peace had been restored. To make matters worse, the wine he drank was secretly laced with a sealing agent, and his 4 hand-picked elemental subordinates turned against him based on false accusations of treason. Moments before death, he cast a secret reincarnation spell and awakens 3,000 years later in a modern hospital. When he gets up on his feet, he realizes that he has woken up in the body of a high school student, Shiobana Asuma, and this comes as a shock since the dude has the same name as him. The alarms went off, and the medical staff rushed over, and to their surprise, Asuma was standing like nothing had happened to him. They consider this a miracle, since he is supposed to be in a vegetative state with no hope. The doctor rushes over to tap him on the shoulder, but Asuma is lost in thought. He realizes that the reincarnation spell must have worked, since he is alive and well. In addition, it is surprising that he can understand the language being spoken by the medical staff. Since the first thing on his mind is to figure out the world's civilization, he asks the staff where the biggest library is located. The staff hesitate to tell him, and he uses mind control on one of the nurses to get her to give him directions. Asuma sees a bag in the distance and he asks them if it is his. The nurse under his influence says yes, leaving the doctor confused as to why the lady is willingly telling him everything he wants to know. Asuma then grabs his bag and leaves the hospital without looking back. He is at the station when he notices the smartphone in his bag, and since he is not familiar with it, he asks the lady beside him. He calls it a metal plate, and the girl lets him know that it is a smartphone. Asuma then uses his appraisal power on the smartphone, and his analysis tells him that it is a magic device that can access basically everything he wants, including the library he is searching for. Not long after this, he gets on a train, and after several analyses, he realizes that he didn't even need to visit the library, since he was able to gain the basic knowledge about the world thanks to the smartphone. Asuma has also figured out that with the magic device, anyone can communicate with people far away and instantly look up or gather any kind of information. He has been